April was a fairly busy month for historical movies and historical TV shows, and we received confirmation of the release date for a second season of 2 excellent historical TV shows, as well as updates on a prequel for one of the best historical TV shows of recent memory as well. And most excitingly, there was updates on a new historical TV show being produced by Michael Hirst, which will take viewers back into Viking society and culture. All this and more will be getting covered in this video, but before we begin, remember, if you want to stay up to date with everything happening in the historical world, then sign up for my free monthly newsletter, where I cover everything in this video in greater detail, and I also provide additional articles and updates in the newsletter as well. So if you think that would be something you're interested in, then there's a link to sign up to the free newsletter in the description and pinned comment below. The first piece of news I wanted to share was that we have had some updates on the Outlander Prequel series Blood of My Blood, including a confirmed release date and other interesting tidbits. The plot of Outlander Blood of My Blood will depict the love stories of Jamie Fraser's parents, Ellen Mackenzie and Brian Fraser, in 18th century Scotland, and Claire Beauchamp's parents, Julia Morriston and Henry Beauchamp, during World War I in England. The cast includes Harriet Slater as Ellen Mackenzie, Jamie Roy as Brian Fraser, Hermione Corfield as Julia Morriston, and Jeremy Irvin as Henry Beauchamp. Season 1 of this prequel series will consist of 10 episodes, and Outlander producer Matthew B. Roberts will be helming this project. So if you enjoyed Outlander and want a chance to revisit the world, then be sure to check out the first episode of this prequel series on August 8th of this year, when it gets released exclusively to the Starz network. We have also had some news on the upcoming historical drama Chief of War, which will take viewers back to the Hawaiian Islands during the late 18th century. Chief of War will tell the story of King Kamehameha and his brutal unification of all of Hawaii under a singular ruler, and the story of one of his primary rivals, Kaiana, who will be getting depicted by Jason Momoa. This mini-series will consist of 8 episodes, and the series will premiere exclusively to Apple TV Plus on August 1st of this year. And we will have one new episode getting released every Friday till September 19, 2025. Chief of War is one of my most anticipated shows of 2025, and I've created a video which goes into more depth about everything we know about this historical TV show so far, and there will be a link to that in the description below if you want to check it out. But if you're a fan of epic historical dramas with indigenous perspectives and rich cultural storytelling, then Chief of War is definitely a show you should be keeping an eye on. We also got a surprising update about Taboo Season 2, which will be the long-awaited continuation of the show Taboo, which got released all the way back in 2017. And after many years of silence, Tom Hardy has finally provided some updates on his historical drama. He revealed in a recent interview that the writing process is currently underway, with 6 of the 8 planned episodes already being written, with production schedules being aligned to accommodate Tom Hardy's other work commitments. Taboo tells the story of James Delaney, an Englishman who battles against the Crown and the East India Company to retain his family's wealth and possessions. Taboo is one of the most unique and interesting historical TV shows I have ever seen, and I can highly recommend it to any viewer of this channel, and I can't wait to watch Season 2 when it gets released in the next few years. House of David is perhaps the best historical TV show I have seen so far at this point in 2025, so I was really glad to hear that the series was a huge success for Amazon, amassing over 22 million viewers within the first 17 days, and they have confirmed that Season 2 is already in the works for this biblical drama. Season 2 is set to delve deeper into David's journey, exploring the aftermath of his victory over Goliath and his continuing disputes with King Solomon. Viewers can anticipate more palace politics, familial tensions, and emerging romantic relationships in Season 2. Michael Iskander will reprise his role as David alongside returning cast members Ayala Zourer as Queen Ahinoam, Ali Suleiman as King Saul, and Indy Lewis as Mikal. So if you haven't seen House of David yet, I can highly recommend anyone with an Amazon Prime subscription to check it out, and make sure you're subscribed to get any future updates on Season 2 of House of David as well. And the last and most exciting piece of news I wanted to share for the month of April was that it was recently announced that Michael Hirst, the creator of Vikings and Vikings Valhalla, will be returning to Viking history with a new standalone series titled Bloodaxe. This show will follow the brutal and politically charged life of Eric Bloodaxe, King of Norway from 931 to 933 AD and later Northumbria until his death in 954. And this series will also depict the story of his powerful wife Gunhild as well, exploring both Norse and Anglo-Saxon worlds. However though, unlike Hirst's previous spin-off Vikings Valhalla, Bloodaxe will not be connected to the Vikings universe, and it will premiere exclusively on Amazon Prime, with Amazon's MGM Studios emphasizing its ambition to deliver a high-quality historical epic in this new upcoming historical drama. I have created a video already which goes into great depth about everything we know so far about Bloodaxe, and again I'll leave a link to that in the description below if you want to check that out. But those are all the interesting news and updates I wanted to share with you for the month of April. But remember, if you want to stay up to date with everything happening in the historical world, then sign up for my free monthly newsletter where I cover everything in this video in greater detail, and I also provide additional articles and updates in the newsletter as well. And as always, if you want to stay up to date with everything to do with historical movies and historical TV shows, then subscribe to my channel History Spark, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.